So SMS use cases and FAQs, is the SMS feature available for non-US phone numbers? No, it's not yet, but trust me, it's coming. All right, so you can still extract non-US phone numbers. All right, you can ask for a country code, and that's very simple to do. Instead of using the +1, you're going to use the +01152 for Mexico, for example, or 011. You're going to use the whatever country it is that you want to extract the phone numbers. You can do that, but you're going to have to use other third-party tools like SendIt, SendGrid, there's other guys that are sending text messages to integrate with ManyChat, so you can actually use Zapier or other tools to send out messages to these countries. We were doing that before. We were already sending text messages, but we were sending that with other integrations for people in the US. But now for the US, you can do it all directly on ManyChat, which makes it way simpler and way more powerful. But in reality, in the rest of the world, you can still do that, but it would not be as seamless as the new process that we have now for the US, all right? So that's one note. One thing that I wanted to mention about this text message right here. This text message right here, if I'm not mistaken, it's 2 text messages. It might be actually 3. I wasn't worried about that because at that point, I had 1,000 people that were opting in. Well, that's 3,000 messages, and that's maybe $100 or a couple $100, not a big deal, right? So I wasn't concerned about that, especially because of the amount of people and what I wanted to communicate there. Okay, but just so you know that 160 characters is not that much text, and you got to just keep that in mind. So what can be sent via SMS? Well, it allows you to send text, emojis, and links to your subscribers. Any inappropriate drugs, weapon-related, or pornography content cannot be sent via SMS according to law, like I mentioned. And also, you cannot do images right now. You cannot do GIFs. You cannot do videos. That's not possible, but you can do a YouTube link. You can do a link to a social media post. You can do a link to a website, to a page, to an Amazon listing. All of that can be done directly on text message right now. So SMS use cases and FAQs, how to activate the SMS feature in ManyChat. Well, very simple. You're going to go to your ManyChat page. Make sure you are on a pro account. You're going to go to the settings, and then you're going to go to the section that's called SMS. And then you're going to just click on it and say terms of service. Click on it, accept. And you've been accepted. You got it. You accepted the terms of service, and now you're in. Is it possible to use existing numbers? No. I wish, right? It might come in the future if you are able to import your own phone numbers that you have and find them in Messenger and ManyChat and able to communicate there. You cannot do that right now. You're still going to have to do that through any other applications that you use, which there's many of them that are allowing you to import your own list and communicate to them. But right now, ManyChat does not have that availability. It might be available any day now, all right? Because I'm sure they're working on it aggressively because they understand the value of something like that. It's not available right now. So it does not support existing numbers to be imported to the system field. You have to ask, confirm the phone numbers to save them to a system field and use the SMS feature inside ManyChat Flow Builder. The image shows how you can easily set ask for the user's phone numbers and save it on. The image shows you how you can easily set it to ask for the user's phone number and save it on the system field. Okay, so let me just recap over here. So we got number 1, you enter the text that you're putting in there. As you can see right there, there's a lot of text. It's more than 160. So that would be 2 text messages right there. This one right here is going to, actually, this is inside Messenger. I apologize. This is inside Messenger. So you're sending that out. You are connecting that the reply type is going to be a phone. And then you're going to turn that thing on that says same phone to the system field. And it just basically says right there, once you're going to see that option once you accept the terms of service of SMS. Please enable this option to collect phone numbers for SMS marketing. Only full numbers with the country code, including plus, are allowed. All right. So now you got that. Retry message if the answer is invalid. Please enter a correct phone number. And then there's going to be a skip button text if they refuse to enter the phone number in there. Okay, so that's as simple as that. And then number 5 is going to be the set SMS opt-in as the option right there. Okay, super simple to set this up. Important note, all right? If someone replied to SMS, is it going to show up on the live chat? No, it will not. If they reply, it goes into the same exact area that Matthew McConaughey was stuck in the movie called Interstellar, which is basically some kind of third 5-dimensional world, nobody's going to answer it. Nobody's going to see that message. It's going to disappear, and it doesn't exist. So if somebody replies to a text message right now inside through the ManyChat system, that will not go back to ManyChat. You will not have access to it. There's no way around that. Not right now. Okay. So again, those are things that are going to change. There are workarounds for that. What we suggest as a standard practice is to add a ref URL link to the SMS to bring the user back to Messenger for questions. For example, have a question, click here. Have a comment, click here. Also, keep in mind another pro of this, another advantage of doing such thing is that if you have a ref URL with a question link, hey, I know that you have a question for me. What's your question? When they click on that, it automatically resets the 24-hour window right there, okay? Hello, first name, consider yourself an official Keto Insider. Stay tuned. Basically, we invited them to become a Keto Insider, all right? And we talked about special announcements and Dr. Bird messages and things like that. Very simple. 10,000 phone numbers like that. Imagine if you have an irresistible offer. How many can you get? Consider yourself an official Keto Insider. Stay tuned for insider-only discounts, news, upcoming events, and more. In the meantime, check out my latest viral video regarding bread. We send the message, right? Which is going to be a text message, SMS per user. On that section, which is, it looks like a button, but it has a ref URL right there. It doesn't show up as a button. It shows up as a link. That's all, right? So you cannot add a button right now on it. So where is the system? Where is it saved in the system? Phone numbers for the SMS feature are currently saved in the system field. This is different from the current bot fields and custom fields. Note, it's important that phone numbers have the right formatting or SMS will not work. So it has to have that plus sign and then the 1, 2, 3, etc. Right? If it doesn't have it like that, it will not work. So plus sign together with the actual phone number. As you can see here, this is going to be different than the bot fields, the actual custom fields, and user tags is going to be a separate area, which is basically called the system fields. In it, you're going to see the subscriber name, the current status, which is subscriber, mail, English, subscriber time, what is the time zone. You're going to see also that they opted in for something, the phone number, the email, etc. All that stuff is in that system field, and that's where you have it. And this could be exported at any time. So ManyChat's email feature, let's talk about this very quickly. Okay, so pro accounts are required also, same thing. We programmed an email on the ManyChat Conversations event, and on this one right here, John, I got your info, you're in. We added an image. Again, we already tested out adding GIFs. GIFs will not work on email through ManyChat. It's gonna be a single static image, but it looks pretty cool. The delivery has been pretty good. You can put your business name. I'm gonna show you how to do that. It's gonna show AGM Marketing emailing 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡. Thank you for your info. Keep an eye out for future emails with reminders. Want to know how to build your multi-channel marketing? Join us at AGM booth, because we actually gave him an option to deliver the freebie on email. We didn't give him an option to deliver it on Messenger until we extracted the email first. That's a trick. Don't deliver on Messenger unless you already have extracted the email first, all right? That way you accumulate names before you move on. Okay, so how do you activate the email feature in ManyChat? Before you start using this feature, make sure to read and accept the terms of service under email tab in settings. Again, you're gonna see that right there. Email, open the terms of service, and you're gonna just set up confirmation information, set up contact information right here. The next thing you do is set up your contact information. Without it, you will not be able to send the emails, and you have accepted the terms. You're gonna see how many free emails you have that you can send. This case, it says 500 because that's the 500 limit. Subscriber account, and it's going to say how many have sent out already, etc. Right? So the next thing, we're going to just set up the contact information, and it looks like this. You can have company name. This is our business address, 100 Starkey Road. Company name is going to be Manuel Suarez. So if I actually have a messenger channel, which is Manuel Suarez, the company name is Manuel Suarez. So then when I send out an email, it's going to look like it's coming from Manuel Suarez. If my brand name is Natural Slim, my company name, I'm going to put there Natural Slim, because then it's going to show up as Natural Slim. And that's the important thing to keep in mind. So as your company or organization name, you're going to add the company name. This is the standard international spam block required for all marketing emails. So you're going to have company name and also company address. All right, that's actually mandatory. That has to be added in there. So where is the email saved in ManyChat? The email addresses for the email feature is currently saved in system field also. All right, again, different from the bot fields and custom fields. So email system field setup, is it possible to use existing emails? Same problem, not right now. You cannot import emails into ManyChat and just use them as being able to just connect the flows and just, that would be cool, right? We have requested that feature. It might come in the future. It might come any day now. It might come in a year. We don't know. So right now you don't have the ability to import phone numbers or emails into ManyChat, okay? But it might come in the future. The system field also cannot be edited. So whatever is on that system field, it's gonna be there. So for example, the email address and the phone number, it cannot be edited. The name of the person, the time zone, all those things cannot be edited.